guys, it's Michelle, and today's video is going to be all about the truth and history to Halloween. I love Halloween, and like how I said I hated Halloween like in a few videos ago, but like shit, now I like it. I don't know what happened. I watched Halloween Town again and I was like, never mind bitch, I'm revived. Happy Halloween, what is up? I'm so excited. Ow. So if you guys haven't already, go subscribe to Trash because I made a Halloween video on there as well. So go subscribe. I post on Sundays and I'm super excited about this channel. Go subscribe, bitch. So let's get into the history of Halloween. It's super interesting and probably not what you think. So Halloween originated over 2,000 years ago from the Celtic festival of Samhain. Apparently it can be called Celtic or Celtic or Celts or Celts. Like, I don't know. It could be said either way. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not friggin' ancient and I don't watch basketball because there's a basketball team, but I got a basketball game tomorrow. Sorry, okay. This is a picture of them celebrating Samhain, so yeah, what's up? Which was essentially like a little celebration that they had, but it was the start of Halloween because they celebrated it on October 31st. Samhain was kind of celebrated around Europe, mostly like Ireland, and that is where Halloween originates from. So the Celts celebrated the end of the harvest season on October 31st, and they truly believed that on this night that the ghost of the dead returned to Earth in order to damage their crops and steal the souls of people. So because of this, they would actually dress up as animals. They would like use animals' heads as like masks and cut off their skin and use their skin, which obviously is gross, but they did do that, which is literally really not really similar, but like if we dress up as well and wear costumes, and that is essentially what the Celts made up at this time. So by 43 AD, the Roman Empire had conquered the majority of the Celtic territory. And this is actually where the tradition of bobbing for apples comes from, which I think is super interesting and kind of weird because I always kind of wondered why the hell people did that. Like, it's kind of a weird thing. The water is so dirty. I don't know if anyone's ever thought of that before. Like, I mean, obviously people have thought of that, but I meant like, I don't know if you have ever thought of that before because it's like really effing gross. Like, think about it. You're like having like people with makeup on and like their spit and like, no. Don't bob for apples or get everyone their own separate apple bobbing thing. The Romans actually used to bob for apples in order to honor Pomona, the goddess of fruit and trees. So I thought that was pretty interesting as well. But on May 13th, 609 AD, Pope Boniface IV declared that the festival of All Martyrs' Day, which later became All Saints' Day, would be observed from May 13th to November 1st. Because Christianity spread to the Celtic lands by the 9th century, some of the old Celtic rituals came into play. In 1000 AD, the church made November 2nd All Souls' Day in order to honor the dead. This was very similar to the day of Samhain, where they would have large bonfires and dress up like saints, angels, and devils. Luckily, they stopped wearing animal heads and skin, so now they're dressing up like the devil, like angels, all that jazz. The All Saints' Day celebration is also called All Hallows and All Hallowmas, and the night before it, October 31st, became known as All Hallows Eve, which I think has like such a creepy vibe to it. Honestly, reminds me of Halloween Town, and so that's why I'm here for it. By the 19th century, Halloween finally came to America. However, it was not that popular over here yet. Some people celebrated it, but it wasn't as big of a deal as it was in Europe at the time. And it was essentially in America a day for partying and celebrating harvest and telling ghost stories. During the second half of the 19th century is when a lot of the Irish immigrated to America because of the Irish potato famine. This really helped popularize Halloween because so many people from Ireland already celebrated like All Hallows Eve, like All Souls Day, All Saints Day, all that stuff. So they were already really into it and they brought their traditions over here. And it's so weird because before researching for this video, I had literally had zero idea that Halloween basically originated in Ireland. I had no idea. I didn't even know they like celebrate Halloween that much over there. Don't they not trick-or-treat in England? Do they trick-or-treat? I thought they didn't. Also England's like not Ireland, but like just saying, they're nearby. Speaking of trick-or-treating actually came to be relatively early in like the 1800s in America when people would start dressing up in costumes and go house to house asking people for food or money, which is just honestly a better concept. We should just go house to house and ask for dollar bills, bitch, because I don't give a shit about candy. Like, give me dollar bills. By the late 1800s, Halloween became more of what we know today and less of the whole witchcraft and ghost stories and harvest kind of vibes. Okay, me. So for a while, trick-or-treating, like, obviously wasn't really a thing because people didn't want to, like, give their money or their food to random strangers, but this idea was actually revived between the times of 1920 and 1950, and that's essentially when the idea of trick-or-treating actually came about. It emphasized on the trick part as well, which was basically if you gave the neighborhood kids a little treat, then they wouldn't trick you or, like, probably, like, I don't know, TP your house or something, like, I don't know, like that. Like, I guess pull a prank on the people who didn't give them candy. So that's essentially how trick-or-treating came to be. Another interesting thing about Halloween is that the idea of being afraid of black cats actually came from the Middle Ages, when people believed that witches were avoiding being caught and killed by turning themselves into cats. Which is, like, super weird. Like, also kind of hocus pocusy vibes. I don't know, the meaning of, like, the true, like, story of Halloween, I feel like it's pretty interesting because I never would have expected it to be that. I knew it was kind of like the Day of the Dead kind of thing where they celebrated that and where they celebrated harvest, but I think it's super interesting to see how commercialized Halloween has become when really it's so ancient, like literally AD. Like, AD is like long time. That's pretty much it. I thought today's video would just be fun to talk about the history behind Halloween, though I do have some other Halloween-y videos coming up this week and also forever because I always do creepy videos, so it's fine. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I guess it's kind of a shorter video, but that is it. If you guys like this, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments where you thought Halloween originated from. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram because I'm always posting really dope ass shit on there. Subscribe to Trash and subscribe to this channel for new videos every single day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!
Attract me until it hurts to concentrate. Distract me, stops me doing work I hate, and just to show him how it feels, I walk past his desk in heels, one leg resting on the